It is one of the world's most popular beverage brands, but its ingredients pave the way for it to be so much more. Coca-Cola contains acid and other chemicals that are more typically used in cleaning products and pesticides. As such, there are numerous ways that Coke can be used that remain foreign to those of us accustomed to it as a tool to wash down dinner. 10 practical uses for Coca-Cola. Pesticide. Believe it or not, the use of Coca-Cola as a pesticide isn't entirely unheard of. In fact, it has become a more popular chemical tool among some farmers in India for pest termination because it's cheaper and highly effective. Apparently, the high sugar content of the beverage can make it efficient in fighting pests. Even though the technique has grown increasingly commonplace in the world's most populous country, don't expect to see this particular use of the product promoted in any upcoming Coke commercials. Gum removal. Coke has proven surprisingly successful in removing gum from hair. Simply place the sticky hair in a cup of a soft drink. Let it sit for a few minutes and you are likely to find the gum become significantly easier to remove.
The acids in the drink destroy the keratin in the hairs and weaken them while hardening the gum, thus providing a sharper contrast in texture to ease the separation.
Color fader. Coca-Cola can serve as a viable chemical tool to dull your hair color in the event that you're sporting a darker coif than you'd ideally prefer. The acids within the drink help to dissolve and weaken the dye. It might seem strange. Okay, it is strange, but the solution to your next hair coloring disaster may come from the fridge rather than your bathroom cabinet. Pain neutralizer. It might sting a little bit at first, but Coca-Cola can also serve sufficiently as an operative pain neutralizer. It may not be entirely advisable to think of Coke as the cure-all for serious injuries like breaks or strains, but spray it on an aggravated insect bite or an annoying bee sting, and the wound will be healed quicker thanks to the chemical compound that exists within the soda pop. Your friends may look at you like you're nuts as you pour Coke out onto the affected area of your body, but in reality, you've just found a cheap, quick, and easy little life hack. Dishwasher. The syrupy dark brown hue of Coca-Cola does not carry the appearance of an effective cleaning product, but it is comprised of chemicals that can successfully act as grime dissolvers. Cooks know that their kitchenware gets all blackened and stained after long and heavy use. So, in order to avoid the heavy duty of laborious rubbing and scrubbing, pour some fizzy Coke into the grease-stained pot or a grungy pan and let it sit for a few minutes. The Coke won't actively clean the kitchenware, but it will help to dissolve and minimize the filth, making the cleaning process considerably easier and less physically draining. Jellyfish sting relief? While typically not lethal barring allergy, jellyfish stings can be painful, extremely unpleasant, and alarming for those who don't know how to immediately react. If you happen to have a refreshing can of Coke nearby, you may want to consider pouring it on the affected area instead of slurping it down. By negating the effect of the venom, the tasty soft drink can reduce the pain of jellyfish stings. Hair curling. Among the many ingredients featured in Coca-Cola, the drink also includes phosphoric acid for a sharper flavor. The mineral acid also contracts human hair cuticles, which serves to enhance the natural curls of one's hair. This might be worth keeping in mind the next time you find yourself looking for an inexpensive hair curling strategy. Removing gas smell from clothing. Anyone who has gotten a little too close to the hose at a gas station or has worked with petroleum products knows how difficult it is to remove the unpleasant odor of gasoline from clothes. A standard run through the laundry cycle may not even do the job of completely, thoroughly removing the smell. That is where Coca-Cola comes in as the easiest and cheapest way of getting rid of that gas smell. Simply add a can of Coke to your washer and then wash your smelly clothes. Coin scrubbing. We aren't sure who initially came up with the idea of dunking their penny, nickel, dime, or quarter in a glass of Coca-Cola, but that person can be credited with salvaging plenty of rusty, rare old coins. Thanks to the acidic compounds found within every Coke, even your grimiest, most oxidized pocket change can now hope to be scrubbed shiny and new again. Simply dip the coin in some Coke for a few minutes and wash it with clean water to make George Washington look like $1,000,000, even if he happens to be imprinted on just a 25-cent piece. Toilet bowl cleaner. Most toilet cleaning products contain instructions like keep away from your face and wash hands thoroughly after use. It may seem rather troubling. Then, to think that Coca-Cola can fill the same role as items in the grocery store that carry the skull and crossbones toxic symbol, and yet it works. Just pour the drink into the grimy, muck-filled bowl and wait for an hour before scrubbing the bowl and flushing the toilet. As has been demonstrated through countless YouTube videos, this should be enough to get the bowl back to being sparkling clean.